Now, I'm delighted to say legendary New York singer, songwriter, pianist Blossom Dearie has called by, and I'm really pleased to have you in the studio. Good afternoon, Blossom.
Good afternoon. It's very nice to be here.
What a pretty name.
Thank you.
Your folks must have loved you to call you Blossom.
Yes, I think they did.
You've been singing and writing songs and playing music and enjoying yourself. It must be a lovely way to earn a living.
It is. I think it's, when I start complaining, I have to say to myself, well, it's easier than working for a living.
And the voice of Dresden, China, they said. Do you like that?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You have a distinctive style. Others belt out a song, but you get the message across, but you don't belt it out, do you?
No, I can't. I just don't have the power.
Did anyone say to you early in your career, you haven't got the power, you can't be a big-time singer?
Not exactly, but something like that, but it wasn't because of the power.
What was it because
They
of?
just thought I would never be a big-time singer, and I'm not.
But you are.
But it's not from the power, I don't think.
But you've got a tremendous following.
Yes, thank goodness, and I'm glad to be here, too.
But you don't come back after 3 visits to make this your 4th visit if you didn't have that following. I mean, that's tremendous, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Home's New York.
Yes, New York City.
Is it as fascinating? I've never been to New York.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
It's as fascinating as...
Greenwich Village is still...
Yes, nice. I live there.
Yeah. Chelsea?
Chelsea, I work in Chelsea a lot at the Ballroom, which is a very nice place.
Yeah. But Greenwich Village, is it like... People said to me the other day, Broadway's gone a bit down market. Didn't happen to Greenwich Village then?
No, Greenwich Village is okay. And there's quite a lot of nightlife there, which keeps it interesting.
Yeah.
And it's kind of safe to walk around in the evenings.
That's nice to know.
Because there are people walking around, and it's alive.
All the time?
Yeah.
Why is it that that place got the creative juices to flow more than anywhere else, I wonder?
I think the artists started moving there years ago in that community. And it's always had that reputation for artists living there. Also, there's a feeling of a very relaxed atmosphere in the village.
And it just happens when you're that relaxed, I suppose.
What do you mean?
The juices flow, the creativity flows. If you're relaxed, it all happens.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's worked for you.
Mm-hmm.
When you do a concert, do you like a small group or do you like big groups? Or...
I like big groups.
Yeah. You get them to react to you, though, don't you? I mean, you like that interaction. In your quiet, gentle way, you hit them right between the eyes.
Thank you. That's the nicest thing anyone ever said to me.
Well, we'll have that recorded and you can take it wherever you like.
Right.
The one thing you've done me, and I think is a very special favour, I usually sit in this studio freezing to death. Blossom Dearie arrived, thought it was cold, and boy, it's nice and warm now, isn't it?
We're getting the heat on in
We're
here.
getting it together. We're getting the heat on. You certainly do get the heat on. Why do you begin your shows at 6:30?
At the Ballroom, I begin my shows at 6:30. Everyone asks me that.
Why?
It's a nice hour to do a show at 6:30, and also I can stay there and work 52 weeks a year if I want to. Other places, for example, if I worked in New York at a club, a well-known cabaret, I could work 2 weeks.
Right.
And if the business was good, I would be invited back again in about 6 or 7 months. So I could work twice a year in New York. This way I can work all the time. And actually there are a lot of people who say to me, we're so glad that you work at 6:30 because we wouldn't be able to come to see the show. We work for a living. We have to get up early. We drive in from Pennsylvania or Connecticut. Or they'd just like to come from the office and sit down, have a drink and listen to some songs. And then it's a nice time of day to relax. And then they can go and have dinner and or go home.
And of course you have sensible hours too.
Yes, then I can get home early too.
Yeah, but I like that idea. As you just said, there would be a lot of commuters in New York, I suppose, from outlying suburbs, and they can enjoy it. I love it.
I finish about 8, and then
Sensible
if they want to, they can be home at 10. A lot of people that come to hear me, I think they get up about 6 in the morning.
They would do too.
You'd be surprised
Yeah,
how many
to travel
people
that
work
far.
for a living. And
What time will your shows be in Sydney?
that starts
9.
at 9. Mm-hmm.
You won't nod off on us. You'll be all right.
Oh, I do work at 9 here and there, and in London and different places.
Yeah.
It's just at the Ballroom that I do that 6:30 show, and it doesn't interfere with anything else. And I started doing that about 10 years ago, And it's home for me.
Yeah.
Then I can go there whenever I want to do a show at 6:30. I do it 3 or 4 days a week, and people come in saying, "Thank goodness you work early. We wouldn't hear you, and come and have dinner with us."
Do you do that?
Yes, see, so I can have a little social life afterwards too.
Makes sense. Blossom, you are a dearie. Thanks very much for coming by to see us.
My pleasure.
A couple of new albums too. Tweedledum, Blossie Dearie and Mike Renzi. And also Blossom
On
Dearie.
Polydor, yes.
on
That's an old one.
Polydor. I always thought that was an entrance for a parrot, you know.
Yes.
It could have been, couldn't it?
Polydor.
Here's an entrance for a song. Blossom Dearie, you are just that, a dearie.
Thank you.